Hey everybody, Roger here from Ask Car Experts YouTube channel, and I'm out here with Zion, and I just want to talk about something that's a real pain sometimes, and that is a water leak. I now have a water leak on my BMW right here, and I'm going to go over the steps I would normally do to find a water leak and to trace it down and how to test. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the common water leaks that you're going to see on a BMW. Specifically, I'm going to be using my BMW X5 E70. Sorry, Z, you cannot take a ride in the BMW as much as you want to. Let me go over a common symptom of a water leak. And this is what happened to my BMW in the morning. So I came out, and on the windshield, there was a sheen of water. So I hit my wipers and it wiped, but there was still a sheen of water. I ran my hand along the glass and it was like water droplets all along the dash, and I had to wipe it down, and I'm like, this is not right. Something is wrong. Now, it's not uncommon to get some condensation on your windshield, but it shouldn't really be heavy condensation. Now, instead of the condensation on the windshield, you might actually find that your carpets are getting wet, or you'll actually see pooling water in this area. Usually you use your hand as a sensor, put your hand along the carpet, and you can feel if the carpet is getting wet. Now, the bad part about getting a water leak in a car, especially on something nice like a BMW like this, is the carpet absorbs the water, and you can actually have mold and mildew grow inside your vehicle, and it could result in needing a full carpet replacement. When hunting down a water leak, you just want to use your senses really to see what might be happening. You know, do you have drips from higher up? Is it running down an A-pillar? Is it dripping through the microphone or the function roof center? You know, which might mean that it's coming from the upper section, and especially on BMWs with sunroofs, the drains can clog and that can overflow, and the water usually comes from up higher. Now, one very common leak I'm going to go over is what I have going on this BMW right here. So I've noticed that there's been some water underneath the carpet here. Now, if I feel this edge, this actually feels a little bit wet. And if I feel down here, yep, that's not good. So my hand is a little bit wet. So there's a little bit of water getting into the back of this vehicle. Now it's on actually both sides. So I have to figure out what's going on. So here's my evidence right here. This seal should not be allowing water to get over this lip right here, and then it's running down here into this little crack for this trim, and then into the carpet, and it's getting the carpet wet, and obviously it will wick into the carpet and cause a problem. So we need to figure out why this water is getting into this channel. Obviously, you want to take a good look at your seals. If you have any damage on the seals, water could be sneaking past and going over the lip. It could be worn, but this actually feels relatively robust. On your door, you do have another gasket here, right? So we have this gasket, and you want to make sure that this gasket is not separated. You want to make sure that your drains, so you have a drain right here on the door, that this is draining properly and you don't have a lot of debris in here. So that all looks good. Now, if I look here, so I'm going higher up now. This looks wet right here, so this looks higher up. So this is the most common cause of a water leak on a BMW in the rear. It's on X1s, X5s, E90s, 3 Series, E46. Across the board, I've seen this. I think I have an issue with the vapor barrier. So we have to take the door panel off and take a look at the vapor barrier to see what's going on. And I want to correct this relatively quickly. We've had quite a bit of rain recently, and the carpet is getting wet. And I don't need mildew and grossness in this BMW. I'm also going to give you a great way to dry the vehicle out, so stay tuned until the end. Now, if you don't have natural rain, just set up a hose and spray the car down. You can rest the hose on the car carefully. You can tape it to something and let it spray onto the car. But that would be another way to water test your vehicle. You can run it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a half hour, an hour, this is the way to water test your car without using the natural environment. So I'm going to do a separate video on taking the door panel off and diagnosing this. Let's just go over some other common leaks that I've seen. I'm in the rear hatch, and another thing to check are these guys right here. This is the drain, the rear drain for the sunroof. These little flappers can get stuck closed, then the water can't drain and it will pool and overflow into the car, and you'll have water in the back and maybe even in the back seat, and you might see it running down the seat pillars. Another leak that I've found, and which is quite common, is from where the harness goes into the body right here. So if you have that, just pull this off, put some silicone seal around here, put that back on, make sure it's dry when you do it, and that will seal that back up, because that is actually a very common leak, and it could leak on either side. So at any body plug you can see like this, and this really could apply to any vehicle, you'd want to seal that if this is where your water's coming from. Now if you're getting water into this back well, down in this well there's CAN bus splices, and that can wreak havoc on your car. So it's body bus and CAN bus signal down here, and there's a couple of splices down under here that are part of this big harness, and they put it in the perfect spot in the well to actually soak up with water and then corrode, and then you'll have lots of various electrical problems. You always want to check back here for water, even pull that harness up and take a look to see if you have any corrosion. But one other common spot, especially on the E70, but it could be any vehicle once again, is from the seal for the glass. So the seal is replaceable separate, but I have seen water running down right along here from this connection, filling this well up with water and causing a problem. An additional spot in this back area, this is a baffle down here, and this actually has flappers in it, and it helps pressure equalization coming in because the flaps just actually open and close. It has a gasket around it. So I've seen these separate, or I've seen this gasket leak. These are just sandwiched together, so that is replaceable relatively easy through the wheel well and from this area right here. That is another common leak. Also after a body shop repair, a lot of times these are broken and they miss them. Actually, here's a good shot of it here on the left-hand side. It is a good idea to always check the wells back here and in your trunk for any signs of water. And this is it right here. You see there's actually a clip holding that on right there. This is like a cover for it, and then the flappers are right down here, and those can leak. Now, one common spot for the front leaks could be a windshield. You always want to check to see if the windshield is BMW. You can see right here by this symbol right here, this is a BMW original windshield. You can always check Carfax to see if it's been replaced and sometime in its history. But sometimes when you get a leak from your sunroof, it'll leak through the function roof center or from the mirror, or if you have a speaker here, it drips down through the speaker. You always want to check your sunroof seal. So one good check is to check the perimeter of your sunroof seal. I like to take a dollar bill and see if I can slide it in between the seal. If I can slide a dollar bill in between the seal is not sealing properly, and it's going to need to be replaced. Now, water normally gets into a sunroof, but there's tracks in here and drains on the front and the rear, but the water management system can get overwhelmed. If it does get overwhelmed, water will still get into the car. Additionally, this can make a wind noise, especially on newer cars. I know I have a short on that. I'll see if I can put that in the corner here or in the description box. But you want to check to see if any seals are shrinking or pulling away so that you have a gap. If you do have a gap, those seals need to be replaced. Hey, while I'm here, let me show you this neat little trick here. So if I put this hatch down, at least you can do this on any X vehicle with this hatch setup. Close the upper hatch. So what's nice about this, I can use this as a step to climb up and take a look at the shark fin. So recently, on a lot of newer cars, the shark fin can actually leak, and you'll end up with the TCB or telephone communication box fault for the antenna or the module itself. But right along here under this antenna, this is glued down with a special kind of bonding. It's the same thing that they use for windshields. So you want to always give this a tug. This is another common spot that I've seen leaks on newer cars, not necessarily the older cars. It was not a normally common leak, but this is another spot that can leak. So you always want to check it. You can blow air from the bottom spray this with soapy water and see if any bubbles come out, and that would be a way to test to see if you had a leak from your shark fin. Now I do want to mention these drains again on the door. On a convertible, you're gonna have, you know, it's gonna be a sealed area back here, and that is another common spot, that there's a drain under the car in the wheel well that can get clogged. This whole rear glass area is full of water because that drain is clogged, and that you can get sloshing, and it can damage the window regulator motor and the electronics. The fix of that is getting under there and getting that drain and popping the plug out. Water will gush out. I wish I had a video of that. I've never run into that at home, but I've seen it at work quite a bit. I've opened the sunroof, and we're just going to take a look up here, and let me show you how a sunroof works and the way the water management works. So you have this inner track right here, right? So this inner track right along here, there should be no water in that inner track. And realistically, you should not have standing water. And I actually have standing water again. So I've already dealt with this once with this cassette, and I can actually see that I already still have some debris in here. I need to get my air gun, and I need to blow out these drains again, because this should be draining. So this could actually cause water to overflow. And it was before, and it looks like I didn't get it completely clean. So I gotta blow this out again. Now this track right here, right where the seal is, water gets into this track. That's very common. You can get debris in here as well. And I mean, it's just normal. I do have some dirt in here, so I need to wipe this clean again and just get it as clean as possible. Now I can remove the glass front and rear. Maybe I'll do that in a future video, and then I'll show you how to clean it, and we can talk about replacement of this seal, which is not overly difficult, especially with the glass removed. But I'm going to want to clean this up, blow out the drain right here, because I do have standing water. This is the air dam right here, and if I don't clear this drain out, water will overflow into the vehicle and cause a water leak. So strangely enough, water leaks can actually be coming from your engine compartment as well, and from the cowl. So you want to check to make sure that the cowl is fully seated along this edge right here. If this is lifted up, too much water can be getting in. And underneath this panel right here is another deep well, and there's a drain. So you can check on other vehicles also. Most of them do have a well on both sides. This is where sometimes some modules or some relays are located, and over on the other side would be where your brake reservoir is, brake fluid reservoir. So you want to make sure that this is not filling up with water as well, especially if you have water that's coming in under the front carpet. While it could be a door vapor barrier, it might actually be coming through the harness from this area and into the car. So take this off, clean those drains, blow it out, make sure it's draining. You can pour some water in. If it drains correctly, you're good to go. You can put it back together. Keep the leaves and debris out of this area, because that's what makes its way in, especially those little twirly things, and clogs these drains and can cause some havoc on your vehicle. All right, everybody, I hope you found that helpful. That's some of the most common spots that leak on the BMW: the vapor barriers, the sunroof cassette, and those wells, and the taillights, and the drains in the back for the sunroof. I've seen some other odd things like body seams and stuff like that. I've actually seen a body seam in the rear under the bumper a long time ago run up through a small hole in the seam sealer, and it would actually wick up and over and into the well in the trunk area. And I couldn't believe it, but I actually had the bumper off water testing it, and the water would actually go up and in. And I just put a little bit of seam seal on that corner, and it actually took care of that water leak. So some odd things happens with water. If water can find a way in, it will. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you found this helpful. Please like and subscribe to Ask the Car Experts YouTube channel. Want to say goodbye, Z? Good boy.